guys.
What do you know?
It's money. You don't care about people. You don't care about human beings. Go. Go. Go.
Week 2 of the explosive Diddy trial has officially kicked off, and the developments are nothing short of jaw-dropping. In a shocking turn, Justin Bieber has broken his silence, issuing a bold public statement condemning Sean Diddy Combs and directly addressing the swirling allegations. But it doesn't stop there. Bieber has gone a step further, naming names and pointing fingers at several high-profile celebrities who were allegedly entangled in Diddy's dark web of influence. Prosecutors have now unveiled damning evidence, tying a number of A-list stars to Diddy's inner circle, suggesting this wasn't a solo operation. The court revelations hint at a coordinated effort to shield Diddy from accountability, with some of Hollywood's biggest names allegedly playing a role in keeping his secrets buried. The bombshell disclosures are sending shockwaves through the industry, as it becomes clear that Diddy may have had powerful allies helping him orchestrate and conceal his alleged crimes. With each passing day, the courtroom drama intensifies, and the list of implicated celebrities grows longer. Hollywood's end reckoning might finally be here.
Michael B. Jordan, Kanye West, and more celebrities were name-dropped at Sean Diddy Combs' trial. As jury selection in the mogul's sex trafficking trial got underway May 5th in New York, NBC News reports prospective jurors were shown a list of more than 100 names of people and places that may be referenced during the trial, and rapper Kanye West. While the aforementioned celebrities are not implicated in the case, the potential jurors were asked whether they knew any of the names listed and whether it would impact their ability to be impartial, per the outlet. Attorneys did not share an explanation for the list. The names of women who have taken legal action against Combs were also on the list, including his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, whose November 2023 sexual abuse lawsuit against the rapper was settled one day.
Prosecutors have now handed jurors a staggering list, over 100 names long, identifying individuals allegedly connected to Diddy's criminal network. Among them are dozens of A-list celebrities, all expected to be named throughout the course of the trial. While public sentiment overwhelmingly rallies behind Cassie, the atmosphere behind the scenes in Hollywood tells a different story. Quietly, a powerful faction of the entertainment elite appears to be aligning with Sean "Puffy" Combs. Despite the mounting evidence and growing outrage, these influential figures are reportedly working behind closed doors to protect him. As seen with Kanye West's recent behavior, some celebrities are even lobbying for a potential presidential pardon, from none other than Donald Trump. The divide between public justice and private power is growing more apparent by the day.
Justin Bieber breaking his silence on the ordeal after months of speculation over their one-time relationship. His rep telling ET, although Justin is not among Sean Combs' victims, there are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims rightfully deserve. Bieber's questionable connection to Diddy piquing interest online as the rap mogul's indictment for sex trafficking and racketeering charges, which he denies, made headlines. Old clips of the two hanging out while Justin was underage resurfacing.
Walking, we hanging out, a little later on the night after the Usher concert.
There's also this old Jimmy Kimmel Live segment, adding to fan fears about what might have gone down with Diddy.
Got me a Lamborghini.
That's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff.
Apparently not.
Everything ain't for everybody.
This all comes as Bieber's followers are worried for him, the singer's erratic social media posts causing concern week after week, the Beliebers asking if what he's seen behind the scenes of the
4. The first time since charges were filed against Diddy, representatives from Justin Bieber's camp have released an official statement addressing the controversy. While the statement clarifies that Justin himself was not a victim of abuse, it doesn't shy away from acknowledging the disturbing reality behind the scenes. According to his team, Justin is fully aware that something deeply wrong was happening, and he stands in full support of those bravely stepping forward. Interestingly, the statement avoids framing the incidents as mere allegations. That omission speaks volumes. Justin didn't just hint at wrongdoing, he deliberately chose not to downplay it. Insiders suggest this careful wording was intentional, as Justin is reportedly convinced the abuse claims are not just rumors, but cold, hard truth.
Flown out to Atlanta by a manager. His name's Scooter Braun. Flown out to Atlanta just to meet with him and meet different producers and different people. I was actually going to meet Jermaine Dupri at his studio. And who rolls up? Usher in his Range Rover. It rolls up, and I was like, "Let's go inside, little buddy. It's cold out." So the politest possible way he could say no, he did. And I was like, wow, he just turned me down. And I was a little disappointed. He had to go into a studio session, so I was like, whatever. And a week later, he actually watched my videos with my manager and was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I let him sing? So flew me back to Atlanta where I got to meet him again, and he wanted to sign me. But there was something else.
Justin Timberlake, right?
Yes, Justin Timberlake also wanted to sign me. It was like kind of like, what happened was Justin Timberlake and Usher both went into a ring and boxed it out. And the outcome was Usher. I think it was a TKO.
Justin Bieber turned 15, and it suddenly seemed that Hollywood was keen to almost initiate him. I think that's the right word. Like there was almost like this initiation that he needed to go through. So I want you to be now super uncomfortable and watch this video of an interaction between him and none other than Diddy. Take a listen.
Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, you know, where we hanging out of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know, he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right,
doing?
young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Justin Bieber was only 13 years old when he was signed by Usher under the banner of Layface Records, a label that, behind the scenes, was heavily influenced by Diddy. Once the ink was dry on the deal, Usher reportedly handed young Justin over to Diddy's care. But here's the unsettling part. Diddy wasn't his manager, agent, or even an official talent consultant. So the question arises, why was Diddy, a man with no formal role in Justin's career, suddenly given such intimate access to a teenage pop prodigy? The arrangement raised eyebrows then, and in light of recent allegations, it's raising far more disturbing questions now.
Career, do you know Raymond Usher IV?
No.
Do you know an individual entertainer by the name of Usher?
Yeah, Usher. That sounds familiar.
This is just you trying to harass the client.
Before we came back here, you had asked me.
She's gonna let her read back the question. Thank you for your memory. Is it true that Usher was very instrumental in selling the
That was the last question.
I was found on YouTube. I think that I was detrimental to my own career.
Is continuing the purge. He has now moved to unfollow Usher, okay, his original mentor. So this is a very big story. And the reason why we should discuss this and we should not diminish what is happening, it's not celebrity drama. This is actually the fall of Babylon that we are witnessing, Hollywood Babylon, that is. Of course, many people, I believe, are accurately assuming that this has something to do, one element has to do with the Diddy lawsuit. A lot of revelations were made in the Diddy lawsuit. So I'm going to start this by saying allegedly. Okay, obviously, he has not yet been convicted of everything, but I knew that he was going to get arrested because after who went into great detail, laborious effort to basically describe almost a homosexual ring in which people were being drugged at various Diddy parties. But he describes how essentially him, being a young producer, they tried to initiate him into homosexuality. And I'm going to read this directly from a lawsuit. It says, quote, Mr. Combs, that's Diddy, used access to Stevie J and his knowledge that the producer, Mr. Jones, admired Stevie J to groom and enticed Mr. Jones to engage in homosexuality. But then there's a footnote in the filing, right? Because the names are redacted. And he performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. So this let people know that very clearly the name that was redacted had to have been Usher, because it was Usher who recently performed at the Super Bowl, and it was Usher at the time of this filing who had just had a very successful.
Disturbing claims have surfaced, alleging that Diddy not only exploited his access to Justin Bieber, but also may have trafficked him to other high-profile celebrities. Though unconfirmed at the time, whispers of Diddy abusing Justin circulated behind closed doors, rumors that eerily coincided with a noticeable shift in Justin's behavior. Now, newly resurfaced footage is adding fuel to the fire. The clips show a young Justin at parties hosted by Diddy, visibly uneasy and out of place amid the chaos. His discomfort is palpable, and in hindsight, these moments paint a chilling picture. What once seemed like industry mentorship now appears more sinister with each rep.
For me, being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So yeah, it's hard because I want her to know that, she can count on me. But at the end of the day, never gonna force myself to be in a relationship with her. It has to be natural, right? So I just kind of, let her do her thing. And if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her. But encounters and, yeah, so, yeah, I just want to protect her, I don't want her to lose it. I don't want her to, go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. So, yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Justin Bieber has openly testified that Usher had a damaging impact on his career, a bold admission that now carries deeper implications. Sources close to the situation reveal that Usher only signed Justin as a personal favor to Diddy, who had been struggling to secure the young star himself. Once the deal was done, Justin was reportedly funneled directly into Diddy's orbit. Over the years, Justin has quietly but deliberately cut ties with both men. His growing discomfort became increasingly clear, culminating in a major public move, turning down Usher's invitation to join him on stage at the Super Bowl halftime show. The rejection wasn't just about creative direction. It was a definitive break from the figures who once claimed to shape.
Get it? So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. Get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process, I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place.
Justin Bieber has also been candid about the darker side of fame, especially the toxic scrutiny he endured within the music industry. In a revealing Apple Music interview, he shared that the emotional weight of that attention still lingers, admitting he carries a deep sense of shame even years later. Now older and more self-aware, Justin has shifted his focus toward advocacy, determined to shield up-and-coming young artists from the same traps he fell into. His mission is clear: to speak out, not just for himself, but for the next generation entering an industry that often hides its most damaging truths behind glamour and...
They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him. and promised to look after him. What kind of fucking asshole do you gotta be to take another boy, another talented boy, and put him in your place so it ain't gotta be you no more? Because that's what pedophiles do. They get victims, and then once they get to a certain age and they get too old for them to enjoy them, they send them out to go get other young kids. Now, if Cure and if Usher knew what was gonna happen to any of those young children that he took to the Flavor Freak off, is he a good guy? Especially considering what happened to him, especially considering that he sat Howard Stern, and Howard Stern said, would you send your kids to Puffy's Flavor Camp? And his immediate response was, hell no!
To audition for you, right?
Actually, with a few people. My wife at the time.
Right.
It also was Perry Reed, L.A. Reid's first wife.
You were all sitting in a room
We
somewhere.
were in a room.
Yeah.
And I showed her the video. And Perry says, are you crazy? You better get down there and meet this kid right now. He's amazing.
When all these dick pics come out and all this stuff with Bieber's big penis, are you the mastermind behind that? Say, listen, show off your big penis and people will come to those concerts. Or are you sitting there and say, look, part of this is PR,
Hey,
man.
by the way, he does have a brain of his own.
Yeah, but were you shocked at the size of his penis?
Hey, listen, he
Yeah.
has a mind of his own. What he chose to do with his penis is his prerogative. He's managing that aspect of his life.
But Usher is somebody...
I have nothing to do with Justin Bieber's private part.
The trauma Justin Bieber endured during his rise to fame still lingers, casting a long shadow over his life. Those painful memories didn't just fade with time. Instead, they pushed him towards substance abuse, a desperate attempt to silence the chaos in his mind. His struggles weren't born from rebellion, but from survival. Behind the glitz and red carpets, Hollywood reveals a far more sinister reality. It's a place where innocence is often sacrificed, and children are exploited under the guise of opportunity. Tragically, many parents turn a blind eye, willing to trade their child's well-being for fame and fortune. In this world, profit too often comes at the cost of...
Just show you this montage. This is a montage that was shared by Evie Magazine. They do great work on their TikTok of Justin Bieber, again, just 15 years old, in Hollywood, surrounded by a bunch of adults. And you let me know if any of this registers to you as normal. Take a listen.
Right now. Wow.
Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. Like that was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. Look at what a beautiful face. All right, now it's time to...
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer, Justin Bieber.
I have like little girl fans. I can't go.
Okay, imagine that.
No, I got bullied.
Has your mom given you the sex talk yet? I mean, like, I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother. Yeah. Like, I've kind of had it with my father. You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk. Okay.
That last one is really just the sickest, asking a young teenage boy whether or not he's had the sex talk. Like, he's doing a media hit on a radio, and she's asking him as one of the questions, like, have you had the sex talk? This is...
Diddy was never acting alone. His power thrived within an industry that, for decades, has been quietly upheld by predators and enablers. The entertainment world is riddled with dark alliances, and that's exactly how Diddy managed to operate unchecked for so long. Usher, tragically, was not in the dark. He had first-hand experience with Diddy's twisted environment after being brought to the infamous Puffy Flavor Camp at just 13 years old. He knew what happened behind closed doors. He knew what kind of man Diddy was. And still, he introduced a young Justin Bieber into that same toxic orbit. In doing so, Usher didn't just turn a blind eye. He continued a cycle of exploitation he once survived himself. By handing Justin over, he helped turn another innocent teenager into a victim of the very...
President Bieber. Yeah. Yo, what's up? Like, I'm calling you and answering.
Yeah, that was low.
That was weird.
That was crazy.
That was weird.
They did not run through Bieber at that
Still
point.
was pressing him like, why you not answering your phone?
Yeah. Like, I don't got a video of me fingering you.
He wasn't answering for a reason.
He was like, I don't ever
fingered
want to
last time.
because you did things to me.
Over the years, Justin Bieber has subtly used his art to speak out about the trauma he endured, dropping cryptic yet powerful clues about those who wronged him. In the music video for his single Yummy, fans noticed unsettling imagery that many believe wasn't accidental. The video features surreal, eerie visuals, lavish dinners, strange adults, and childlike elements that hint at the twisted underbelly of the industry. Notably, promotional materials for the song included photos of babies, a haunting suggestion that no one is off limits in the eyes of certain powerful figures. Many believe these choices were intentional, a veiled accusation pointing toward industry giants, Clive Davis among them, who have long operated in the shadows. Through symbolism and subtext, Justin may have been trying to expose the horrifying reality that, in the eyes of some music executives, even the young
took that impressionable young girl who wanted to be a star, who wanted all her dreams that she had to come true, and fed her drugs, fed her pills, fed her alcohol, and fed her mushrooms and things that she never took before to F her mind up. She thought that what little that she had, that she didn't want to lose it. If you didn't think that he did something and did that to her, bruh, I gotta say something wrong with you.
This week has been extremely challenging, but also remarkably empowering and healing for me. I hope that my testimony has given strength and a voice to other survivors and can help others who have suffered to speak up and also heal from abuse and fear. For me, the more I heal, the more I can remember. I turn to focus on the conclusion of my pregnancy. I ask for privacy for me and for my growing family. And then I have a statement from Alex Fine. Over the past 5 days, the world has gotten to witness the strength and bravery of my wife, freeing herself of her past. There has been speculation online surrounding how it must feel for me to sit there and listen to my wife's testimony. I have felt so many things sitting. I don't want to get into the province of what the jury is going to be deliberating on in this case, and all I would say and repeat is that my view as her lawyer, a witness to this case and not a party, is that she was brutally honest. She was candid.
Every time Justin tried to break free from Diddy's grip, Diddy would tighten the noose, making it clear he wasn't willing to let go. During that period, both Usher and Diddy held the reins of Justin's career, leaving him little room to maneuver. In this ruthless industry, power comes from control, and for young artists like Justin, that control often means their entire future is at stake. The message was clear: attempt to escape, and you risk being completely blacklisted, erased from the industry altogether. This wasn't just about music. It was a chilling system of manipulation and intimidation designed to keep victims trapped.
Dirty Money after Danity Kane disbanded. While on the stand, she told jurors that she saw Combs hit Ventura with a skillet full of eggs at his Los Angeles home in 2009. Richards' testimony in Combs' ongoing trial comes 8 months after she accused the rapper in a lawsuit of subjecting her to years of inhumane working conditions, which included groping, assault, and false imprisonment. The lawsuit, filed in September, obtained by E! News, stated, Mr. Combs frequently held meetings with Ms. Richard wearing only his underwear, despite Ms. Richards' protests and repeated requests for him to.
Justin wasn't the only one caught in Diddy's web. Cassie's story reveals another tragic victim of his grooming. When Cassie was just 19, Diddy, then in his 40s, began manipulating her. Despite the vast age gap and the power imbalance, few raised an eyebrow at their relationship at the time. After her courtroom testimony, Cassie shared a heartfelt statement. The memories she's revisiting are painful, but she finds solace in knowing she helped put a stop to an abuser. It's a sentiment that likely resonates with Justin as well. Both forced to confront a painful past yet determined to prevent others from...
And whenever these trials come about, the closer you get to the trial date, a lot of things start happening to remove people from the case that are going to strengthen the case for the prosecution. And I feel like we're watching that take place now with one of the male sex worker guys who provided tapes to the feds. He's disappeared. And this is similar to what happened in the Tory Lanez case, where the bodyguard whose DNA was on the weapon, he disappeared. So I expect to see a lot of strange things take place. I expect to see the defense team do a lot of steps to lighten the image of Combs, and we've been watching that take place.
From what you know about him, Sean Combs, obviously the perception of him has changed dramatically since these allegations were made and since he got charged. I mean, from everything we're seeing now, he seems a very unpleasant, nasty, violent piece of work. Is that a correct assessment?
The assessment is going to be correct. So what I've learned is they call it the love drug. So he's been doing this drug for over 20 years. So that's going to lead his view skewed when it comes.
Dawn Richard, a member of the music group Danny Kane, has come forward to testify against Diddy. During her time working under Diddy's control, Dawn revealed that she and other members of her group were subjected to repeated sexual harassment. She described harrowing incidents, including Diddy barging into her dressing room and inappropriately touching her. Dawn also exposed a darker side of Diddy's behavior, recounting how she often witnessed him engaging in violent outbursts and physical abuse. Her testimony paints a chilling picture of a toxic environment where fear and control were enforced through intimidation and aggression. Interview. One possible reason Justin hasn't stepped forward to testify against Diddy is that fear still holds him captive. Despite everything, the shadow of intimidation and the potential consequences may be keeping him silent, for now.